going through your mind right now?
I think they could tell I was about ready to have a panic attack.
It's the dream of every kid that plays the game.
There's the backup goaltender that PK was talking about, Jorge Alves, who's their equipment manager, but also is a goaltender. And look at him earlier today, getting both things done, dressed and ready in case he has to play, but still working hard. These guys are amazing, the time that they put in.
And in the net now is Jorge Alves, who we told you the story. Paul Kennedy had all the details on him backing up, emergency backup for Eddie Lack, who's ill. And he's a part of the equipment manager crew. And Alves getting a chance to play about 7 seconds of this game for him. And he's out there with his teammates. A nice move by Bill Peters there.
Look at Joe Pesca, watch him. Hey, who's this guy? Rebound to the Hawks, then a Buffalo takeaway. He shoots. And a save by Foster. Gets a big roar of approval after a stop on a dangerous chance. Up after that surprise contact. Here's Line A. Put it in front. Save by Foster. Taken by Stastny. Looking back for Ehlers. Then Myers is open and shoots it. Save by Foster.
Somebody better be getting Foster of Fosters, that's for sure. And Tom Forsberg, who got hurt in the pregame.
Here's a shot. Foster soaks up another one in his first ever NHL game. Look at the euphoria for this kid that nobody knew before tonight. I shouldn't even say kid, he's 36. But a happy bunch of Blackhawks saluting and congratulating Scott Foster.
From the Blackhawks, number 90, Scott Foster. Fans, please turn your attention to the Blackhawks bench, where Michelle McMahon is with tonight's #1 star of the game, Scott Foster.
Scott, last night you were playing at Johnny's Ice House, and tonight you make your NHL debut in front of this great crowd. Describe what the last 24 hours have been like for you.
Well, it's a little different when a few hours ago you're working your day job and then you're living your dream. So it's fun.
It happens so quickly, and you got to remember, even as you watch it in regular speed, the decision-making process is there. There is no question it's a penalty, as he's the aggressive one. And how about this moment? Oh my goodness. What can be going through your mind right now? And you know what's going through Rod Brindamore's mind. He can't believe he's seeing what he's watching. Number 90 come out, get fist bumped from all his players.
David Ayres, the emergency goaltender. He's from Whitby, played some junior B. Sat on the bench for the Marlies in December of 2015, but didn't have to play. And here he is in a National Hockey League game in the middle of a playoff race for a team that desperately needs the points. Here's John Tavares trying to center. Ayres down, makes a save, has no idea where the puck is, and then he gets a whistle.
He almost put it in. It was right under his foot. Watch this in his feet. Puck to the net, and it's right by his right foot, and he gets down. Look at the help from behind as Gardner goes in. There it is. He almost knocks it in. Gardner stops him, pushes his pad down, and somehow that one stays out of the net.
Long outlet pass. Here's Austin Matthews. Gets open. Will he shoot it? Too late. Now he's got the puck. Put it on net, and Ayres made the save. Puck's up for grabs. Ayres is down, and he snatched that into his glove and stopped playing. Here's Travis Dermott. Off the boards, Minor. Tipped the puck. Matthews with a shot. Ayres with the save. Canes are there in numbers, but can't get the puck right over the line. And Ayres makes a lovely save off Zach Hyman.
He gets taps from his teammates there. And, you know, the longer you go without putting any pressure on, the more you give Ayres a chance to just maybe settle in a little bit. There's just your classic stay deep in your net, get square to the shot.
Jarred it loose. Jason Spezza back to the line. Hall to Muzzin to the net. That was tipped. Ayres made the save. And David Ayres, I'm sure, can't believe what's happening to him right now. Played half the game. Faces a shot. Makes the save. Keep the puck, David. You've just got a National Hockey League victory.
If this thing goes to overtime, hazy down there, Brian Hayward may be in net for the Anaheim Ducks.
You wouldn't know from the lack of a name bar on the sweater that reads number 68 with a Ducks logo on it, but that is Thomas Hodges. He is the emergency backup goaltender. You've heard the term EBUG. Somewhere David Ayres' name is being tossed about, and he is in the third different Ducks netminder. They started with John Gibson. He didn't come out for the second period. Anthony Stolarz played 20 minutes. He's not out here for the third. So it's Thomas Hodges, who is between the pipes to finish up the season for the Anaheim Ducks. Robertson to the right side, hits a shot, save! The first one for Hodges came off the stick of Rope Hintz from the right circle.
Fans know what's going on here, too.
Down the ice it goes.
Esa Lindell made a pretty good play on that one to just drop down. That puck dribbled in on Thomas Hodges, and he gets a real round of applause from the lower bowl after getting in front of that one. Thomas Hodges, a 28-year-old emergency goaltender, is going to face the Stars power play here for the next couple of minutes or less, depending on whether they can get something done. He has to be twitching like an elk's ear back there right now, though. It's one thing 5-on-5. This is a different animal here now, and he understands he's got to make a save or two.
Plano West got to be going crazy right now. Here's Robertson, right dot, drags it on the sidewall. Heiskanen to Hintz, back for Heiskanen. Robertson, one-timer, score!
It was his shot from the right wing flank, and indeed it's his. Deflects in off of Schuster and tumbles its way past Hodges in just a freak show of a game as they all come down. I'm sure they've been on the ice with him here.
That's great. That is great.
And they all come around to give him a bump. Dreams do come true in the National Hockey League if you can put on pads and a mask.
How are you feeling?
Well, a little out of breath, but doing all right. Yeah.
Well, you looked a little pale between the periods. Can you tell us what was going through your mind when you found out you'd be starting the third?
Yeah, well, it was a little touch and go there. We weren't exactly sure. I just had somebody come in and say, you know, Stolze could barely walk and that I was going to have to throw my jersey on. So, you know, probably the most nervous I've ever been in my life, but I'm glad I didn't embarrass myself too much out there.
Not at all. You did great. What did the guys say to you in the room and on the ice?
Oh, the guys, that's the best group of guys ever. I mean, they just came up to me and, you know, trying to calm me down. I think they could tell I was about ready to have a panic attack. But they, you know, they said they don't care, win, lose, let in 10. Just go out there and have fun. And I think I made the whole experience a lot easier.
Are you going to remember this for the rest of your life?
Yes, absolutely.
And some breaking goaltending news here. Stuart Skinner's come down with a non-COVID illness and cannot play tonight. So there wasn't enough time to get anyone up from Bakersfield. And that means Campbell's backup tonight will be Matt Berlin, 25 years old, from the University of Alberta Golden Bears. He's an Edmonton boy, played for Sherwood Park, had a couple of years in the Western League, went back to school, and Berlin will be on the Oiler bench tonight, having signed an amateur tryout contract. What must he be thinking?
Matt Berlin looks like he's getting set to come on the ice, and there he is with the Golden Bears pads. Getting a standing ovation here from the Oilers faithful. 25-year-old Matt Berlin, born in Edmonton, 6'3", 205 pounds. Third season with the University of Alberta Golden Bears. Also played in the AJHL with the Sherwood Park Crusaders. What a memorable moment this is going to be. And we've entered the final minute of play here in the third period. Oilers leading by 4. Jones, a shot, blocker stop from Matt Berlin. And the fans are loving it, as I'm sure is Matt Berlin. Dying seconds. And the Oilers fans showing their appreciation. Final score 7-3. Wow, this is great. I like this a lot. Great call by the Oilers to do this, and the coaching staff to give him an opportunity to step on that ice. It's the dream of every kid that plays the game.
Thank you very much, Ron. Yes, Matt, one save in 2 minutes and 26 seconds of playing time, and it's enough to have you remembered as an NHL player the rest of your life. How's your heart rate?
It's pretty high. I won't lie. I was probably pushing 140 when I skated out there, but a big high five from Campbell, and it's good to go. Yeah.
All right, let's go back to how you got the call today to be the backup tonight.
I got a text from Sean in the morning, and he was saying that we need an EBUG tonight, so I was like, yeah, absolutely. I figured I was just going to be sitting in the stands, and then about 4:30 p.m. I get a text from Sean again, and he goes, change of plans.
Sean May?
Sean May, yeah.
The Oilers PR guy.
Yeah, and he goes, change of plans, you're actually backing up tonight. And now I'm scramble mode, I got to sign a little contract and do all this stuff before I go. So yeah, it was a bit of a whirlwind, but it was so exciting, I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
And then what were you told on the bench about getting ready to go in?
Oh, that was like, I thought they were kidding, to be honest. It was like 5 or 7 minutes left there. They go, yeah, you're going in 2 minutes, and I'm like, oh, like, good one, yeah, nice. And then they're like, no, seriously, like, I don't joke around. So, and then they go, just be ready to go at 3 minute mark, and then after the first whistle after the 3 minutes, you're going in, and I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this. Yeah.
Okay, you made a save, which you'll be able to tell your grandchildren about years from now. Let's have a look at it, and you take us through it.
I think it was actually maybe missed the net, or maybe not. I don't know. But no, the guys did a great job boxing out there.
It was on Caleb Jones.
Yeah, I actually played against him in the Western League, so I've seen his shot before.
And you acknowledge the fans. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like a sage veteran.
Yeah. No, it was super exciting. I was a little bit shaky, I won't lie. I didn't know if I wanted a shot, but yeah, no, I'll definitely remember that for the rest of my life.
You watched Stuart Skinner burst into prominence this year for the Edmonton Oilers. You played with him at the Southside Athletic Club. Did you ever think, as you watched him succeed this season, that one day you'd be wearing an Oiler uniform?
No, it's quite remarkable actually how we've stayed buddies throughout this whole time, and it's kind of funny that he goes down and I come in. So I don't know, the hockey world's small, but it's a pretty cool moment.
What a night. Thanks for your time, Matt. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Elliot Friedman in the pregame show explaining why that man right there, Jett Alexander, signed to an ATO and backing up Ilya Samsonov tonight. Just finished his second season at the University of Toronto out of Bloomfield, Ontario. Now, he was part of the action here last season as well, but for Colorado, they were having some injury issues in goal. He took warm with the Avalanche, sat on the bench for the first period, but Justus Annunen made it into town in time, so the second and third, he was in the back again. Sounds like tonight, though, he'll be on the bench for all 3 periods, at least for the Leafs, guys.
You got to feel good about the way the Leafs goaltending has been settled in terms of Samsonov. And here we got an opportunity. What a great moment.
Just going to ask you about that.
Yeah, exactly. This is great. I mentioned before in Edmonton, similar thing. Matt Berlin came in, and here Samsonov with a pat on Jett Alexander. What a moment for him with 1:10 in a 7-1 game.
And what a gesture from Samsonov to a young goaltender who might not have wanted this call in the second period.
Yeah, that might have been a little much then.
But embraces this one.
What a great moment. That's your dream to be in this position. Nothing but smiles. How about that? Gotta love it.
Welcome to the big leagues, kid. University of Toronto Blue. Former North York Ranger, Georgetown Raider.
Look at the crowd. They loving it.
Up the boards, protected by Kerfoot. He'll try and keep it there. Shen will help him out. Clock's going to drain. Jett Alexander, perfect in relief.
Well, Jett, 70 seconds of what I'm sure was unexpected NHL experience now under your belt. How will you remember it?
Yeah, definitely special. Didn't think that was going to be the outcome of today when I woke up, but you know, luckily, guys played a really good game and got put in a good situation, and glad I could have my family, friends, you know, here to enjoy it too. So definitely special, something I'll remember.
So I mean, it was a great tap there from Samsonov there before you went in. The teammates encouraging you. Like, what were you thinking when they tell you, all right, you're in?
I was thinking, hopefully we win this D-zone draw. That was the first thing that went through my mind. And then obviously, hopefully they don't get a shot. But, you know, just very, very grateful for the opportunity. It's pretty special, and yeah, something that I'll be able to, you know, tell people down the line, and got 70 seconds in an NHL game, so it's pretty cool.
All right, so for us here at the rink this morning, it seemed like there was some confusion about how the backup situation was going to look like for Toronto tonight. How did this all come about from your end of things?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't find out until like later today. It kind of, I guess, I don't know, I know they were up against a cap with, you know, Murray being hurt and whatever other circumstances are going on, and just kind of was being attentive and ready, and, you know, kind of thought it might be something that would happen, and ended up they needed me. And yeah, definitely a little bit of an anxious day because I didn't really know, and then kind of find out. And yeah, but it's pretty cool that I had enough time to get my parents, let them know, and they got up here. Pretty special to be able to share that with them. So.
And I was just told that HockeyDB has already been updated. One career NHL game there. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. You know, not a lot of people get to say that. So it's pretty special, and yeah, just gonna try to soak it all in tonight.
Jett, congrats on the moment. Thanks for the time.
Thank you very much.
When did you start considering putting Jett in the game?
It was not my decision, and word came down to me about 30 seconds before the whistle came, and made it happen.
Whose decision was it?
It's not important.